Hello, teacher.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Oh, do you have a bad connection, internet connection?
Can you hear me?
You're a bit choppy. You are a little bit choppy. Yes, but that's fine. So since you entered very late, I will start now immediately, okay?
Okay.
Okay, okay, so I will not be able to extend some time today because I have important thing to do during 5 p.m. Can you see the slide?
Yes.
Okay, so we are now in the Unix 60, which is about going wild, and you are going to be having some listening test or listening lesson, which tests your comprehension and listening skills. So we are going to talk about missing sounds. So listening. Please read. Please read.
Listening missing sounds. I can understand words which are joined together in connected speech.
Okay. So now we are already in the part three, listening, missing sound. Okay, so we have here some vocabulary that we are going to read. Oh, wait.
Sleeping bag.
Sleeping bag.
Sleeping bag. What is sleeping bag?
A thick warm bag that you use for sleeping in. For example, when you're camping.
Okay, so we use sleeping bag when especially we are camping. It is like a thick, warm bag that you use for sleeping in. Like it is just a pure like this sleeping bag. Okay, wait. I will show. Do you know what is sleeping bag?
No.
Okay, so you don't have any problem. Wait. Okay. Okay, so next one is
Tent.
Tent.
ant is a
A
what?
shelter. A shelter made of a large sheet of canvas, nylon, etc., that is supported by poles and ropes fixed to the ground and is used especially for camping.
Okay, so a shelter made of a large sheet of canvas, nylon, etc., that is supported by poles and ropes fixed to the ground and is used specially for camping. Do you have any idea what is a tent or what tent looks like?
Yes,
Do you have a tent?
uh, I have used the tent before.
Okay. But you don't have a tent.
Yes,
Okay. So let's continue with this one. Feed.
feed,
Feed.
It
give
is
it food.
okay, give food. I don't I don't I feel I don't feel the need to explain this to you. I know that you understand this already. Okay, so next one is
Trunk.
Trunk, the thick main stem of a tree that the branches grow
From.
from.
Okay, so a trunk is a thick main stem of a tree that branches grow from. Okay, so it is a part of a tree. Like this is a tree, and then this is the trunk. This is the main stem of a tree. Okay, next one is pitch.
Pitch.
Pitch,
Pitch.
pitch, an area of ground specially prepared and marked for playing a sports game.
Okay, so a pitch is an area of ground specially prepared and marked for playing a sports. Have you seen a pitch before?
Yes, every Sunday.
Oh, so you go to a pitch. You go to a pitch every Sunday.
Yes,
Okay, so now let's continue. Roar.
Roar.
roar,
Okay, roar is
to make a very loud, deep sound.
next one is interrupt.
Interrupt.
Interrupt,
Interrupt is
to say or do something that makes somebody stop what they are saying or doing.
okay.
Away,
Next is
Path.
X.
path, a way or track that is built or is made by the action of people walking.
Okay. I think that you already know about this.
Safari.
Safari,
Safari is
a trip to see or hunt wild animals, especially in East or Southern Africa.
okay, so that is safari. Next one is notice.
Notice, to
Notice.
see or hear something, to become aware of something.
Okay. And next one is
Return.
Re- return, to come or go back from one place to another.
okay. So now, do you have any questions for
No,
this vocabulary? Okay, I know that you already understand about this. So now you have a task one, which is you are going to describe the photo. Use the nouns below to help you describe this photo. Okay. So can you describe it?
okay. Um, in the right of the photo is a bear is attacking a pupil inside a tent, and behind the bear is many grass, and the chair uh the chair is break
The
by
chair, the
the
chair was break. The chair was
uh,
broken.
uh the chair was broken by uh the bear the bear, and I think pupil and the person in the tent is sleeping with a sleeping bag.
Okay. So there is some people are camping. Please read this one.
Some people are camping, but their camp is empty. We can't see them, and the bear is looking at their tent. There's a sleeping bag inside the tent. The bear pushed over the chair, and I can see some rock.
Okay. So this is how you describe a photo. You are going to look at a wider scope of what is in the picture. So you know you must first, before you construct a sentence, you will list all of the things that you can see in the picture like this. You can see a grass, bear, chair, paw, sleeping bag, and tent. And now you are going to arrange the words by constructing a sort of like a story, like what is being done in here. So now complete the safety advice. You are going to complete the safety advice with the verbs below. You are going to put any of this word from 1 to 9. Okay?
Okay.
Start now.
Okay.
Okay. So let's read each one of this. From number 1, please read.
Uh,
Tell.
tell someone where you're going.
Okay. Okay, tell. Number
Uh,
2.
do not tell on mobile phones. You often can't get a signal in the wild.
Okay, so the real answer is rely. There are no two answers right here. Okay, number 3.
Keep a map and compass with you.
Take. Number 4.
Never feed bears or other wild animals.
Never feed. Number 5.
Don't take food in your tent. Put it in your car or in a box a few meters from your tent.
Don't keep. Number 6.
If you see a bear, walk slowly away from it. Do not run and do not look at the bear's eyes.
Walk, run, and look. Okay, and the last one.
Do not climb a tree. Most bears are good climbers.
Okay, so you got it wrong. You got the number 2, number 3, and number 5 wrong. So this is an advice, safety advice in going to a national park. Going to This is a safety advice in going to a national park. So for number one, you need to tell someone where you are going, because there can be some cases that you will be lost in the wild. So you need to tell someone where you are going. So if something like you have gone missing, then they will know where to start finding you. And number two, do not rely on mobile phones. So we don't rely on mobile phones because you often can't get a signal in the wild. So you cannot rely your smartphone in if you are lost. So you need to tell someone, really. You need to tell someone. So in order for you not to be lost in the wild, you need to take a map and compass with you so that you will know what path you are going, and you will know how to get back from where you have started walking. Okay, and number four is never feed bears or other wild animals because they might think that you are a food also. So you are giving them food, but the bear will eat you because they think that you are the food. Okay, so number five, don't keep food in your tent. So you don't want to keep your food on the tent. You don't want to leave any food in your tent. So you need to put it in your car or in a box a few meters from your tent so that the bear will not smell your foods from your tent, or else they will come for your tent and they will destroy it. And number six, if you see a bear, you need to walk slowly away from it. Walk slowly away from it and do not run. Do not look at the bear's eyes, because the more you are running and the more you are looking at the bear's eyes, the more they will attack you. So if you see one, you just need to walk slowly. Walk slowly, don't look at the bear's eyes. And number nine, do not climb a tree when you are being chased by a bear, because most bears are good climbers. So even if you are up on the tree, still bears can follow you because they are good climbers. Okay, so now we have some listening strategy. Please read the learning strategy.
Listening strategy. In connected speech, some sounds disappear when we join words together. This is especially true of D and T sounds at the end of the word. When the next word begins with consonant, the more you listen, the more you will get used to this.
Okay, so for learning strategy, so in connected speech, some sounds disappear. So some sounds disappear when we join words together. This is especially true of the D and T sounds at the end of the word. When the word next when the next word begins with a consonant, so the the sounds of D and T will most likely be unheard. So the more you listen, the more you will get used to this. So let's have a test. So I want you to mark on D or T sound in each sentence, which might disappear when the sentence is spoken at natural speed. Then listen, check, and repeat. Okay. So mark on D or T, or write the words that has a D or T sound of it. And then uh, and then you are going to listen after you write the words which have D or T sound, which might disappear. Okay?
Okay.
Case. Write first. Find the D and T words. We are just going to listen. And then you will write the word which the sound is disappearing, okay?
Lesson 6C. Exercise 4. 1,
Kate is my best friend.
2,
My granddad is an old man.
3,
I'm going to the USA next week.
4,
It's a cold morning.
5,
You must go to the doctor.
6,
We camped in Wales last summer.
Okay, did you get that?
Okay.
Okay. So let's check. Number 1, you answered best. Okay. 2, old. You can actually hear the word granddad. My granddad is an old man. So you cannot hear the word D in old when you are reading the speech with a regular or natural speed. My granddad is an old man. So the answer is old. Oh, don't delete it. Okay, so I'm going to the USA next week. So the word next. It's a cold morning. Okay, 5. You must go to the doctor. You must. We camped in Wales last summer. Last. We camped in Wales. We camped in Wales last summer. So that is the answer. Okay, did you understand about this?
Yes.
Okay, so look at past simple endings. So you may not hear the past simple ending very clearly in connected speech if the following words begin with a consonant. Like this, we played tennis yesterday. We played tennis yesterday. Can sound like we played tennis yesterday because the corresponding words is the start of the corresponding word is a consonant, the first letter. So you can hardly hear the word D and the sound D and T if the next word of the noun is a consonant. I cooked dinner last night. So it can sound like I cooked dinner last night. Because if we just read this one word, you can say cooked, played. But when we read it, we just read we played tennis yesterday. I cooked dinner last night. So, however, we can usually identify past tense forms from the context or from other words in the sentence. Okay, so now you are going to listen to the examples. How do we know that the verbs are past simple, not present simple?
Lesson 6C. Exercise 5.
We played tennis yesterday. I cooked dinner last night.
Okay, so how do we know that the verbs are past simples or not present simple? Did you hear that?
Yesterday and last night.
Okay, so we know they are in the past because of the words yesterday and last night. So what is past simple?
What?
What is past simple?
It's a tense.
It is a word that describes uh, already an activity that is already done, but it is not a specific time. There is no specific time in past simple. You just say yesterday. So in present simple, there is there is we will know what day or what specific time that this thing happened? Last night, yesterday, and last night. Okay, so this is your last activity, I guess. So listen to 8 sentences. Say if the verb is present simple, past simple, or could be either. How do you know it? Oh, oh. So you have there an example.
Lesson 6C. Exercise 6. 1,
Mum and Beth cook dinner every evening.
2,
We both study drama at college.
3,
I walk to school.
4,
Fred stopped doing karate last year.
5,
I crossed the road and walked into the supermarket.
6,
They travel to work by car every day.
7,
Tom arrived Tuesday of last week.
8,
They lived together for many years in the USA.
Do you want to listen again?
Yes.
Lesson 6C. Exercise 6. 1,
Mum and Beth cook dinner every evening.
2,
We both study drama at college.
3,
I walk to school.
4,
Fred stopped doing karate last year.
5,
I crossed the road and walked into the supermarket.
6,
They travel to work by car every day.
7,
Tom arrived Tuesday of last week.
8,
They lived together for many years in the USA.
Did you get that? Okay.
Okay.
So let's check it fastly. Number 1, every evening. There is no time reference, yeah. Number 3, there is no time reference. As simple, the word is last year. So number 5, there is no time reference. Every day means it's a habit. The time reference is last weekend. And number 8 is many years. Okay, very good. Andy, so I guess that ends our class for today. I'm so sorry that I wouldn't be able to extend our class because I have something to do after this class. I would like to extend this because you entered 16 minutes late. So I cannot extend the class because I have some urgent thing to do. Okay, so thank you so much, Andy, for listening to me. I hope I will see you next time. Bye.
Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye.